Okay. Hello, everyone. We're happy to be here again today. We're excited to chat with our amazing Fula teacher. We'll learn more about his journey, his passion for the Fula language, and why teaching it means so much to him. So let's dive in. You're welcome, Teacher Bakary Mani. So,
Thank you very much. Thank
can
you.
all right. Can you tell us a bit about yourself and how you became a Fula language teacher?
Okay, thank you very much. Tresia, is it Tresia?
Yeah, sorry I didn't introduce myself. Yeah, my name is Trisha.
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, I am Bakary Mane, and I am from the Gambia, the smiling coast of West Africa. I definitely, become a Fula language teacher since 2020 or 2021 with the Resplendent Language Arts. Actually, I teach two languages for the Resplendent Language Arts. Fula is one of those languages. Um, I grew up in a Fula community, even though I am not a Fula by birth. One of my parents' mother is a Fula. That is my father's mother is a Fula. So I grew up in a Fula community as well as a Mandinka community. I'm a Mandinka myself. So I became so much fluent in the language, and then I decided to also teach the language because in the Gambia here, as a teacher, normally you teach the national languages in the schools. So I happen to be one of those national languages teachers, in the schools that I have taught in the Gambia. So I developed the passion of becoming a language teacher, especially native languages like Mandinka and then the Fula. So, for the purpose of this interview today, I am here to talk about my Fula journey. So, I'm very passionate in teaching the Fula languages, not only for Resplendence Language Art, but even in the Gambia here.
All right. That's a good thing. So what does the Fula language mean to you personally?
Actually, personally, the Fula languages means not only just a language, it is a heritage, it is an identity, for me, and it's a way of life for me as well. So it's not only the language that actually matters as far as Fula is concerned, but your identity, because you have to identify with a language. You have to identify with a language and a culture. So to me, it is not only the language that we speak and understand each other, but the way of life of the Fulas themselves and their identity and the heritage and where we come from. So that is what matter to me personally about Fula.
Okay, that's good. Our next question is my next question is where is the Fula commonly spoken and how has it shaped the cultures of those regions?
Actually, Fula is a language that is commonly spoken in almost all African countries.
Okay.
Almost all African countries speak Fula. There must be a Fula spoken in each of these in all the African countries that we have. Actually, I want to believe, but mostly it is widely spoken in the Gambia here. It is also spoken in Senegal, Mali, Nigeria, Cameroon, and Benin, and a host of lot of African countries. Like I said, yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So what makes
Yeah.
Fula language unique compared to other African languages? What makes it unique?
Anyway, that's a very wonderful question, actually. Fula language is a very unique language, actually, just like other African languages. So if you could see, we could find out that Fula language is very unique because of their nouns, their names for things, and their music, their traditional attire, and even the way they speak it. It has to do with some respect. The Fula language itself is a language of respect, you know, because if you look at it, when people speak because I am fortunate to speak at least few African languages, so I realized that Fula, its language itself um, depicts respect for elders, respect for unity, and also its music. Okay, you could see that the language actually made make so much uh, uh, sense when they speak or when they sing their music, when they dress up, when when you mingle in even their food. It makes it so unique to become a Fula. And even the way they dress, their rings, their necklaces, their earrings. Fula is that particular language that when people see you, they know that you are a Fula from the way you look, from the way you dress, from the way you talk. So that makes it very, very unique.
Okay. Okay. It's not just the
Yeah,
language, a lot of things
yeah, yeah.
together. Okay. All right. Your
Mhm,
sample class is coming up on Sunday, right? And
mhm.
are there different dialects of Fula? And if so, which one will you teach on Sunday's class?
Yes, yes, there are a lot of, as far as I told you here, Fula is spoken in almost all African countries. So therefore, there must be different dialects as well. Uh, Fula is that language that has a different dialects. But you come to know that when you are a Fula, and then when you hear people speak this, you know definitely there are different dialects in Fula. So, but the Fula I will teach or I am offer with, and the Gambian Fula is the Pular language. Okay, the Pular language is what
Okay.
the Pular. Because we have the Fulbe
Okay.
Futa, the Fulbe Firdu, we have the Flanning, and then we have the Pulo Futa, like I said, and we also have the Gambian Pular. That is the one that I will be teaching on Sunday. And whoever wants to understand the language of the Gambian Fula, then you can join my class, and then you will come to know some of those things that we will be discussing.
All right. So there's Fulani Fula. There's Fulani Fula.
Yes, there are Fulanis, there are Firdu Fulanis, and there are Fulbe Futa. The Futas that actually, when you see them, they are fair in complexion. Is different from the others that are dark in complexion, and there are others that will also tattoo their jaw, and then their lower lips and all that. So you realize them. You come to know their differences through their way of their appearance and the clothes that they wear, and then the music that they.
Listen to. Okay. I think his network is bad. Okay. I'll have to bring him up again. Oh, we lost him, but let's give him some time. I think his network is acting. Let's give him some time. All right, so let's give him time to rejoin. So, as you all know, our sample class is coming up. His sample class is coming up this Sunday, which is July 13. And we have other sample classes too that's coming up this July. Okay, so we have the the Yoruba, we're done with that. We have the form. All right, so we have other sample classes coming up this July. We have his sample classes actually this Sunday, which is July 13, and um Baba sample class, which is the interview we had yesterday. His master class is coming up Saturday and Sunday. So it's very, very important to know your language. It's very, very important to know your language because you can't claim to be an African if you cannot understand your language. You can't claim to be an African if you don't know anything that is happening in your language. You can't be an African if you do not understand these things, your dressing, the food, um, your language, how things happen uh, in your country, in your tribe. You can be in diaspora, but still, you can still learn from anywhere you are. You can learn online. You can learn physically, but somehow, anyhow, just try to reconnect and learn your language very well. So actually an Igbo from Igbo, Nigerian Igbo, and I growing up it was really hard getting to know my language very well because I wasn't really in a an environment where my language was spoken very well. So, but my parents still tried, just like I was discussing with Baba yesterday. Um, he mentioned that most of the problems we're having with language these days is because our parents did not inculcate those things to us. He didn't teach us from when we were young. So, and my parents actually tried. I also mentioned it yesterday that my parents tried their best because when my mom saw that I was I was going like I wasn't really stable about my language. She tried her best, my dad too. They would teach us and it got to a point and my mom was like, if you enter my house, you must speak Igbo language. You don't speak English in our house. Yes, I understand that vernacular, which is your language, is prohibited in schools. Like in my school, you don't speak your native language. But my mom was like, okay, you speak your native language, you speak English language in school, but you see this native language, you speak it in the house. So that was how I was able to learn to speak the Igbo language. So talking about languages that we have here in Nigeria, we have so many languages in Nigeria, but we just have three main languages, which is the Hausa, the Igbo, and the Yoruba. Um, but aside that, we still have over 100 languages in Nigeria. We have we have the Fulani. That was why I was really surprised when teacher Bakary said Fula. There's actually Fulani Fula. Like I was surprised because I was thinking we are only the ones that understand like has Fulani speaking people. Yeah, I understand that there are also Fulani speaking people also in Benin Republic, and then there are some in Togo, there are some in Ghana. Yeah. So, but I was thinking they were all dominant here in Nigeria. So, I would really say working with a language school like this actually exposed me to so many things, understanding that there are actually so many languages outside the one that I know. So, the best thing you can do for yourself is to learn your language. If you have, like Baba said yesterday, it's very, very, it can be very difficult to learn as an adult. But for kids, you have your kids, just enroll them into this language school. Enroll them. We have amazing teachers. Like the Twi Language, we have language teacher for kids. She teaches just kids. Yeah, she can teach adults too, but she's just for kids. So you can enroll your kids to learn this language, any language at all. Just speak to us and we'll tell you if we have teachers for them. But we always have teachers for these languages because we are actually passionate and we are into African languages. We are really into African languages. So, and you can use the summer to learn these languages. You can register on our website at resplendencela.com. Or you can reach us on Instagram. You can reach us on YouTube here. You can reach us on TikTok. Just type Resplendence Language Arts. Yeah, on Instagram and on TikTok and on YouTube. So I'll be bringing up rather. I'll be bringing up Twitch teacher now. We lost teacher Bakary, and it's actually something bad, but we'll be bringing up teacher Nana from Ghana. She teaches tree mainly for kids. Yeah, so let's give her a moment to join. So let's give her a moment to join, and we are really sorry for the back and forth. Africa and network. Okay. Okay, so she's here. Hi.
Hello.
Um, welcome on board.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Good morning, good afternoon, good
Good
evening.
afternoon from here, or good evening from here. Yeah.
Um,
So, everyone, welcome teacher Nana Ama from Ghana, and she's our teacher for Twi Language. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so teacher Amor, can you tell us a bit about yourself and how you became a Twi language teacher?
Okay, thank you very much. As Trisha rightly introduced me, my name is Nanama, or you can call me Teacher Ama. I'm a Twi language teacher with Resplendent Language Arts. Um, the idea of teaching Twi came about just because I love my culture, just because I love my language, I love my culture, its norms, its values. I like the way we talk, the food we eat, the way we dress. So I'm like, why don't I just share it with people all around the world? So that was when I decided, oh, okay, let me join the Splendens to teach you.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, what does the Twi language mean to you personally?
Tree language is everything to me. It's my mother tongue. It's the tongue of my people. It's my
Okay.
identity in general. It's just my identity. It's the language of my people. It's my mother tongue. The first language I learned. So it means everything to me. It's my culture. It's my values. It's everything to me.
All right. So, where is Twi commonly spoken, and how has it shaped the cultures of those regions?
Okay, so in Ghana, tree is spoken everywhere in general. Um, it's like the second official language, even though it's not the official language. It's spoken everywhere, every marketplace, every school, every hospital. But the tree language is from the Akan people, the Akan ethnic group, which contributes about
Okay.
70% of the Ghanaian population. But then every other ethnic group in Ghana speaks Twi as well, just because it's so popular. And over in many like African diaspora regions to the Twi language is spoken. And also in Cote d'Ivoire, just some fun facts because there are Akans there as well. So yeah, it's spoken everywhere.
Okay. So, mainly the Twi language is spoken in Ghana. 70%
Yes.
of Ghanaians speak the Twi language, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So, what makes Twi unique compared to other African languages?
Okay, so I would say the phonetics of the language. So, and the tonation. So, depending on the tone, you could mean the present, it could be one word, but it could mean the present tense, the past tense, or the future tense
Okay.
based on the tone. So, let's say I go to school. Well, if you say Meko school, it's present tense. If you say Meko school, it's past tense. If you say Mebeko school, it's future tense. So the tonation, it can be one word, but the tonation makes it quite different and it can tell whether it's future or past tense, which makes it unique from other African languages. And yes, if you learn it a little, you'll be able to be very fluent at it. It's an easy language to learn as well.
Okay. I would like to learn Twi actually. The Ghanaians and the Nigerians, we're actually having,
Wow.
Ghanaians are our friends. They're our friends. We
Yes,
fight it,
definitely.
but at the same time, don't mess with Ghanaians.
Yes, don't mess with Nigerians.
All right. So, are there different dialects of Twi, and if so, which one will you teach in the future? Which one are you teaching us?
Okay, so there are mainly three different dialects of Twi. There's the
Okay.
Ashanti Twi, which is spoken
Okay.
by Ashantis in Ghana. Um, I know
Okay.
that Ashanti tribe is quite popular, so people may know the Ashanti Twi. Then there's the Equiapim Twi, which is spoken by the Equiapim people of Ghana, and they can be found in the mountains of Ghana. Then there's the Fanti Twi, which are spoken by the Akans by the coastal regions of Ghana. So these are the main different dialects of Twi. And for our lessons, we would be learning the Ashanti Twi simply because it's the popular Twi language spoken by everyone. Even though if I speak a Kapin to you or Fanti to you, you would understand it if you're an Ashanti speaker, an Ashanti Twi speaker, you understand it. But there's a difference in the way of pronouncing words and stuff. So for our Twi lessons, we'll be learning Ashanti Twi or Asante Twi. Yes.
Okay. So Ashanti tree is actually like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to let Frank in, teacher Frank, who is also our tree teacher but for adults. Nana is our tree teacher for um she's our tree teacher
Okay.
for, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it very well. Tree. I'm actually
Twi.
finding it difficult to pronounce tree. Is it
That's the
tree or cree?
pronunciation. It
Twi.
is tree. It is tree. Can you hear me?
Okay, it's Quee.
Twi.
Sorry about me spoiling it though, but I'll be trying my best to understand how to pronounce those words. So everyone, let's welcome Teacher Frank. Teacher Frank, you're welcome. It's nice having you on board. We've really gone a little bit far, but you will be joining us from where we start. But for now, we'll be asking you, Teacher Frank, can you introduce yourself to us?
My name is Frank. Can everybody hear me, please?
Yeah, we
Yes.
Can
can.
you hear me, please?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So good evening to all of you from Ghana. My name is Frank Kwakwa. I am a chief teacher on Resident Language Arts, just as Nana Ama is a great teacher on Resident Language Arts. And it is a
Okay.
privilege to join this important live broadcast. And this month, we are taking, or Resident Language Arts has taken the interest to broadcast a lot of African languages. And it is quite unfortunate that Bakary's internet did not help him. However, we are here to help and we are willing to explain to the world that Resident Language Arts is here to stay.
Okay. All right. That's good. And thank you again and welcome on board. So Teacher Nana was saying something. She said in Ghana there is the Ashanti tree. There's the Ashanti Cree, and there
Twi.
is so there is which other one?
Fanti Twi and the
Okay.
Krapim
Yeah, but
Twi.
she said she'll be teaching us Ashanti tree. So I want to understand which of the Cree you're teaching us. Yeah, you'll be teaching us.
Currently, I will be taking Ashanti. So
Okay.
we will be working together as a team with Nanama because the reason
Mhm.
why most people in Ghana learn Ashanti is that what you say in Ashanti is the same thing you write in Ashanti. Unlike the Kiapinchi where you pronounce a particular word but you write it in a different way. So, for example, we have a word like snail. Snail to the Kiapin is in wow, in wow. That's how they pronounce it. However, when it
Okay.
comes to writing, you can decide to write in wa or in wow. So when it
Okay.
comes to their writing style is quite different. Unlike the Ashanti where what you say is exactly what you write. So when I say normal, which is thing or product, I'm going to spell the same thing. So it is quite easier for students to learn the Ashanti. However, depending on where someone is coming from, he can make a decision as to the Ashanti to to learn, or whether he's going to learn the Kiapim or even if he's going to learn Fanti, which is also a form of African language. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so I want to understand, is it safe to say that the Ashanti Cree is actually the um main, is it safe to say main Ghanaian language? Main Cree? Is it safe to say that? like the central queen.
Nana, please, will you take that question?
Okay, no
That,
problem.
all right.
Yes, yes, it's the main Twi language spoken in Ghana because not only is it spoken by the Ashantis, it's spoken by mostly any other tribe you can find in Ghana. We use it for our day-to-day language transactions in the markets, in schools, in hospitals, basically everywhere in Ghana. You would hear Ashanti Twi. So I would say it's the main language in Ghana.
Okay.
So, in order to
All right. All
understand,
right. So
in order to
I'll be
understand,
asking a question. Okay. So I'll be asking another question. So Nana would go first. Teacher Nana would go first, and then Teacher Frank would go next. So my question now is um can you share a quick word or phrase that you think everyone should know and why? So Teacher Nana, please go first.
Okay, so this is a very simple word.
We lost her.
Um,
So Teacher Frank, you can go first.
Hello.
hello. So, one word that I would want to share with the world is
Yeah, we are with
Afaba.
you.
Afaba. So, Afaba is welcome. That is one word I would want to share with
Okay.
the world. It is very simple.
Welcome.
Afaba. Afaba. So, it is
Okay.
welcome. So, we are saying Afaba to everybody listening to reviewing this interesting video in every part of the world. Welcome to everybody to Explain the Language.
Uh, okay. Teacher Bakary is here again. Um Teacher Nana, can you go next? Which Ghanaian word do you think everybody should know, or a phrase you think everybody should know, and why?
Okay, so the word is machi or mimawachi, which means good morning in Akan, and it's very important because in Twi or in Ghana we take greeting as a very important aspect of our social interaction. Um, Greeting is very important, especially when you meet someone for the first time or someone you already know. You have to greet the person to show respect, to show honor, to show that you value the person. So Mache is simply good morning and it's a very essential chief phrase and I think everyone should know it if you're a chief speaker. Yes.
Okay, all right. Do you think one need to have an experience with African languages to start learning Tree? Teacher Frank, you
Yes.
can go.
Okay. One thing about the Twi language, personally, I think it is one of the easiest language in Ghana.
Sorry,
That's
Teacher
how
Frank,
saying,
we can't really hear you very well.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
we can't
thank you for,
really.
thank you. So I would say the Twi language is one of the most easiest language to learn in the whole of Ghana, and that I would say in the whole of Africa. Now the reason why I'm saying this is I have a practical experience where currently I was speaking from you in the capital town of Ghana or in the capital city of Ghana, which is Accra. And we have people who come to the greater Accra region of Ghana where they don't even
Huh?
understand a single word in the Twi language. However, as a result of people speaking it dominantly in Accra, it is quite easier for such people to speak the language or pick some keywords in the language. So I don't believe that one would have to have a physical experience in the environment before the person understands the language. If so, then it should be that the person will have to go to
Okay.
the main region where such languages are spoken. For example, you would go to a place like Kumasi, you go to a place like Ifiapem, you go to a place like Akem before you could speak the language. However, people are able to speak the language at when it comes to the capital city, where the main language in the capital city, which is Accra, is Ghana. So somebody from any part of the world or anybody from any part of the world can, and this would enable us to expand our tentacles to every part of the world. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Teacher Frank. Hello, Teacher Bakary is trying to join, but I don't know why he's unable to join. But regardless, the next question here is um what is that one common misconception people have about learning African languages like Cree? What's that one misconception?
All right.
Okay, Teacher Nana, you
So,
can go
Mama, you
first.
can take this question, please.
Okay. So I think the first misconception, especially in the diaspora or outside Africa, is that we all have just one language. So Africa is a very diverse continent with thousands of languages. Even in one country, you can have hundreds of languages spoken by different amazing groups and tribes. Um, which makes us all different and unique in very amazing ways. But then outside, it's seen as one African language or one language with different dialects, but there are different languages with dialects within it. So I think that's one misconception about African languages. And the second one would be that um, people also think African languages are very difficult to learn. But then I believe that with the right guidance, especially through Resplendence, you can easily learn any African language you want to learn, especially Twi. And you can get the phonetics, you can get the pronunciation, you can get the grammar through continuous learning and continuous practice. Thank you.
All right, all right. Teacher Bakary, you're welcome again. I don't know if my network. I don't know if the network issue is from my. So sorry, my network went bad. But I want to confirm that you all can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Teacher Bakary, I want to confirm that you can hear me. Okay, so Teacher Emma, I want to understand how is the Cree language connected to music, storytelling, or daily life in the community. I'm trying my best to learn how to call Cree. Okay, in the Cree community.
Okay, that's a very amazing question because Ghanaians or the Twi language speakers in general, we love music so much. It's a part and parcel of our daily lives. We wake up with music, we sleep with music. During the day, it's music all around. So in Twi, we say proverbs with music. We greet with music. We speak with music. It's a part of our daily life, and we have different genres called high life, there's high life, there's hip life, and it has a lot of storytelling. Usually we use instruments such as the harp or the gong, which is a type of drum, to convey messages. In the past, the community linguist or the town crier would use music to convey a message across. through the drums or through speaking of words. Or we have something called the talking drum. So it
Yeah.
as you are hitting the drums, you are speaking language through hitting
Okay.
the drums and yes, conveying a message across. In the evening, usually in our villages or local communities, children will gather around an elderly person, and through songs and music, the elderly person will tell a story. And it's an amazing part of our culture, and we love music. Thank you.
All right. All right. So to the audience, I don't know if anyone has a question, you can drop it in the chat box and you get an answer. So, but this is the link to the registration. If you would want to enroll in Twi Language, you can find the link in the chat box. I've dropped it there, and then the time, the dates, and the time. Yeah, thank you. So moving forward, um, I want to know: is there any Cree proverb or saying that carry a deep meaning you think you can share with us, like very strong meaning you think we should know?
Okay. She has a lot of proverbs. Proverbs are what we use to advise about the future, what we use to convey messages that we can't really say directly. Proverbs are used in everyday life and they are an important part of our culture. So one proverb that I think is very it's actually a very simple proverb and I think we can learn a lot of from it is
Okay.
onipa nkyerɛ nyame kwan. Onipa nkyerɛ nyame kwan, which
What does that
means
mean?
that it means that no one onipa nkyerɛ akwadaa kwan nyame kwan, which means that no person teaches a child the way to God. So it just simply means that as a child, as you are born, you have foreknowledge of God or the
Okay.
gods or whatever you believe in or worship. So no one has to teach you the right thing or teach you the right path to your creator. You know it on your own. So it's just trying to
Oh,
portray that we as humans know the right thing. It's in us to know the right thing. So in our everyday living, we should strive or we should try and make sure that in everything we do the right thing. Because it's in us to do the right thing. Thank you.
all right. All right. You're welcome. What would you say to someone who feels nervous about learning a new language like Cree?
Okay, so
You're
the
welcome,
first thing,
teacher lady. Nice to have you on board. So sorry for interrupting you.
no problem. So the first thing I would say is that calm your nerves. Calm your nerves. Um, African languages are very social languages, I would say. So, yes, through social interaction, or let's say if you're online, you're not around anyone who is an African language speaker and you speak English or you speak Spanish or you speak French and you want to learn an African language, um, do small videos or through learning through resplendence, you can build your confidence with learning African languages. And yes, through continuous practice, through continuous learning, you can be very good at learning any African language you want to learn.
Okay. Okay. So, do you have anything to tell, anything, just anything to tell anyone who is passionate about learning this language and is not, pushing and it's not ready or thinks is a waste of time? Like, do you have any advice to give to anyone? We have 760 people watching. So, do you have anything you would like to tell anyone out there watching this right now? And what is that?
Okay, so one thing I would like to tell anyone who wants to learn an African language, be it Twi, Yoruba, Fula, any language you want to learn, is just start. Just through continuous practice, you can be perfect at it. Um, African languages are beautiful. It expresses our culture, it expresses our background, the life our ancestors lived, and it's a very good way of connecting to your roots. So I would advise everyone to pick a language, pick Twi, pick Fula, pick Yoruba, start learning, start perfecting, come back to your roots, learn from your roots, and everything will be fine. You will know your identity as well.
Thank you, Teacher Amma. Teacher Nana, we are very happy for the words of encouragement, words of, words of wisdom. And I'm very sure I personally will be in your class because I really want to learn about the Ghanaians. I'm Nigerian, so I really want to learn about the Ghanaians. Yeah. So thank you
You're
very
very
much for
welcome.
this wonderful time. So we are rounding up now. If you want to register for any class at all, just message us on Instagram. You can reach out. Okay, you can reach us out on Twitter. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Resplendence Language Arts. Resplendence Language Art. So thank you all for joining us for this beautiful celebration of African languages. The Fula, Igbo, and the Twi. Yeah, the Igbo because I did I created an awareness for my language. It's actually the one I know. Yeah, I know about the Igbos very well. So and I'm creating awareness. We have Igbo teachers, we have Yoruba teachers, we have Twi teachers. Name the
Yes.
language. Because you're not seeing it on our page doesn't mean we don't teach. We are into African languages. So just come, tell us, do you want to learn the language because you want to have an idea of it? We are there. You want to learn the language because you're planning to travel to come to an African country? We are also there. You want to learn the language because you're planning to get married to an African person? We are also there. So thank you all for joining us for this beautiful celebration. But before we go, here are a quick reminders. One, our free sample classes are open for registration right now. So this is your chance for experience or to experience our vibrant language lessons and meet our amazing teachers. So if you are a homeschool family, we warmly invite you to explore our special programs designed just for you. Um, so don't forget to try your luck with Spin to Win. Yeah, you could win a free and unlock special discounts on classes and more. So and finally, join us for our 1 Minute Africa, our quick inspiring series that spotlights hidden, games of African culture, history and languages. So we are honored to learn with you and you can't wait to see what the class will look like. Until next time, keep your roots strong and your heart open to learning. So, from all of us at Resplendence Language Arts, I say and blessing. Bye.